Oh, that's me.
Welcome to another episode of the Afternoon Sip. Sorry, guys. We ran a little bit behind today, but we back again. This is me, Just Vaughn, and
It's Kasharna. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Oh, it's my turn again. I thought it was gonna go to her. Hey, y'all. It's Rashad the realist.
We talked about you being on your cue.
man, say your name, sick one. Come on.
I'm Lee Crystal, the sick one, the one that's here against her will. The one who your co-host don't care about her. I was like, y'all,
Listen,
I'm sick.
I told her it's like a job. If you sick, stay at home. Right?
That is not what you said. You looked at my message, and as usual, you did not respond.
Hey, y'all, don't worry about
These
her.
two told me that
we encourage
drink
her.
some alcohol. It makes everything better.
It does.
did-
They don't
it
care
does.
about
It
That's
make
true.
everything
So
better.
tune in live where I'll be coming at 9:30 from Memorial Herman.
She'll be at Bentop.
Yeah.
Bentop.
Then top, I got a little bit of pull. Come on. I can get you through. Come on through.
She don't need that.
Anyway, y'all, this is gonna be a very interesting show. Very, very interesting. It should be fun. We're gonna let my boy Tunde start it off, man. He gonna have some.
So one of the big things that we do need to talk about, and I think is very important. I don't know if you guys know, but the Democratic debate is happening right now at this very moment at TSU. Don't go nowhere though. Stay right here. Watch us. Don't go over there. Watch us. But you do need to be aware of what's going on in the community and what's going on in our nation. Of course, there's some people we don't agree with. I ain't gonna say no names. But either way, all your favorite Democratic candidates, well, 10 of them, I should say, most of the popular ones are debating right now at TSU, going over a lot of the major issues that's going on. Most of the top issues that are being discussed are going to be immigration, of course, universal health care, and also they're going to be going over gun control.
Yeah.
Gun control is another big issue that's really hot. And at this point, it's really funny because I think the biggest thing about this election is anybody that can beat Trump. I think that's what a lot of people are focused on. Not to say that they don't care about the candidates and what their platform is, but I think most of the people are going to be voting for anyone who they feel is strong enough to beat Donald Trump in the polls.
Yeah, I think everybody's just like, just
get
get Trump
him out of here.
Just
Just get
get
him
Trump
outta
out of here. Anybody but Trump.
Anybody but
No, for
Trump.
real.
And I was doing some research, and I found out one very interesting thing that was a big surprise to me is that this election is projected that Texas may go blue for the first time ever.
Really?
Wow.
That's major, man.
That is major.
That's major.
That is huge. For Texas to go blue, that changes the whole demographic of the Senate because Texas has so much voting power.
Baby, if Texas can go blue, it's up for
Yeah,
anybody to
it's
go
up for
blue
anybody
at
to
this
go blue.
time.
Anybody can
And
do
they're
this
saying
one.
it's really because Texas has become such of a transplant state. We're getting a lot of demographics from other states that are blue, so a lot of blue people are coming here. We have a lot of foreign nationals coming here that think in a more liberal way. And then they're saying that the millennials are becoming of voting age.
Yeah.
So there's a big influx of that blue power, and I'm very optimistic to see how this is going to go.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very fun. I'm hating that I'm missing this debate.
Right.
But I'm really not a very big political person, but that's the fun of it, because when you get to learn, you get to watch and see what everybody's about. Like you know more about the candidates. But I really don't know too much. I mean, I know, of course, like the name, the big names,
the bigger
but,
names,
but
Right.
But no, it's some very interesting candidates.
We were on the way here. They were talking about like Reformation.
Yeah, Reformation is another
Yeah.
big one. I know that honestly is a really touchy subject
Yeah.
that people are gonna bag, but I don't know how far that's really gonna go.
Right.
Yeah.
To be honest, because it is a really touchy subject. But I mean, if Germany and everyone else can give the Jews reparations for the Holocaust and those things, I think that black people are entitled to a little something. Little something.
that's true.
So I'm very interested to see how that goes.
Yeah.
That's fine. Can I touch on something real quick?
Sure.
Yesterday was 9/11.
Yeah.
Right, and that was pretty. I just thought about that when we were just talking about this.
What grade were you in when it happened?
Man, I was in, I think, a freshman in college.
Yeah.
Freshman in college.
Me too. I was at Texas Southern when it happened.
I was like in the 8th grade.
Okay,
Wow,
I
y'all
am
making us
at this
feel
table.
real old.
Come on,
man.
school.
No, I was in the 8th grade. I was in the 8th grade too.
was in the 8th
Okay, I was in the
grade.
8th grade too.
Yeah.
eighth
They
grade.
shut every like when I remember I never forget when I first seen it. I thought it was like a movie, man. Like
No, for real.
I'm like, man,
What's going on?
man, something crashing into the building. Like, what is this? What's
Die
going
Hard?
on?
What's going
Yeah.
on?
And, you know, I try to go to class and everything shut down. Try to go to work, everything shut down. I'm like, man, this is serious,
Everything,
man.
like
It's serious.
everything shut
But-
down. That was scary.
But let me ask you, did your mama come get you?
No, I walked home.
Wait.
I'm Nigerian. My
Listen,
upbringing's a little different. You on your own.
Look, my mama left me at school all day.
All day, your mama's like,
Listen, some people mamas like pulled up, they were gone, and
Yeah. Your mom was
mama
like,
left
"You
me at
be
school
all right.
all day.
We gonna be all right."
yeah.
I was at school all day. Felt
She
left
probably,
behind.
she probably got out of work early. Talking about, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
finna go home and get me some sleep.
Go home, watch my story.
Okay, young and restless. That's her thing. I'm
Wow.
gonna have to question her later.
Nah, but
Yeah,
it
we'll
was
talk about
that's- And I was actually having a conversation with a friend of mine. I was like, man, why isn't 9/11 a national holiday? Like, why haven't they made this? I mean, what it's been like? What? How long? What?
Going on
Oh my
20?
God.
It's 18. Was it 18? I think.
Yeah, I
it
think
was
it's 18 years.
Yeah, 18 because it was in 01.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like, no president has thought to like, man, we're gonna make this a national holiday. Like,
You know,
I never
you're
thought
right.
about
I never
that.
thought about that.
That's
to be
wild,
honest.
right?
That's how
That
you write
is
about
one-
something.
yeah. Wow. Okay.
Wow. What are we, 2 minutes into the show already?
Dang, but you know, hey, you know,
All
people,
gas, no brakes.
people start feeling themselves when they put a little hat on.
Wait a minute.
I like that
like
hat
that?
too. I like that. I like it. I
Just
like
don't
it.
like the person.
See how
in it.
they
It's
do?
all right, though. It's cute.
Y'all see how they?
Just save it.
I'm gonna let them
Save
make
that
it today,
energy.
right now.
Save that energy. Anyways, so that was my little politic segment in reference to the debate, and y'all make sure you tune in. After
Vote.
Yeah.
Vote.
Listen.
Vote.
Or die.
Educate. Hold up. Before you vote, educate yourself, then vote.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Because I think what happened last time is that everyone thought there was no way.
Literally
that
no
the
way.
reality
I know
star
I did. I was like, man,
yeah.
there ain't no way they gonna let this dude win,
Yeah.
dog.
Like I thought it was.
We got this,
It's
no
like, is this some
problem.
joke? I really.
Yeah.
It's like, is this a joke?
Yeah, obviously.
Like we being punk right now,
Yeah.
and then it happened.
You're like, oh shit.
Everybody was so weird the next day.
Like, did that really just happen?
But you
Wait,
know what's
yeah.
something that I have found very interesting is that when you sit around and you talk to people, when people feel like in a very comfortable situation, you would be surprised about how many people are really for Trump.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know-
And I'm not talking about, our little colleagues who are white or whatever. I'm talking about some of your black homeboys and black
Right.
homegirls
You're
that
right.
are like, hey,
Hey, I know some
Trump is
Mexicans.
good for
I know
business.
some Mexicans that are Trump supporters, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but you gotta think about it. The same way that the other people probably looked at Obama, like, ain't no way they gonna let this
Yeah.
nigga in the White
Ain't
House.
no
Ain't
way.
no way they gonna let him in the White House. And then guess what? Boom.
Boom,
So
there you
I
go.
mean, I guess anything is possible.
Literally.
Well, when we were on the way, you said, there's no way that the Asian
Oh, that
guy.
Asian guy, yeah.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of good.
He does have a good platform. I can't
yeah.
argue with that. I don't know if America's ready for it though. I don't know.
I think our whole economy would just like skyrocket.
True, because he is a
Is
businessman. He
that-
has no
is that-
political
is that wrong for me to
experience.
say?
And he is a businessman.
Yeah.
And I mean, some people say they like Trump because he's a businessman. I can't stand behind none of his businesses, but anything's possible. We're just gonna say that, and we're just gonna hope for the best.
Yeah.
As long as it ain't Trump.
Yeah,
I'm
facts.
just gonna
I mean,
toast
but
to
y'all, no matter what, just vote,
Just
man.
vote.
Vote. Your
That's all
vote.
that matters.
Don't be them people like last year say, man, I ain't got to vote. My vote don't matter. Your vote matters,
It
man.
matters.
It
The
does.
vote
Every
matters.
single
It
one.
matters. It matters. So please get out there and vote. Register. Do whatever you got to do, man. Okay, so we're gonna get into our next segment.
Yeah. So our next segment, which will be like considered via our happy hour segment, we're going to talk today about double standards and gender bias. So what we all decided to do is that we all chose 2 double standard / gender bias things that we've either dealt with, have heard about, or feel strongly about, and then they're going to talk about them. And then, we're going to go from there and see what happens. And I promise today I won't throw nothing. I won't jump across the table. I'm going to be
Try
good
it
today
if you
because I
want
don't
to.
feel
Hey,
well.
no, look,
Try if you want to.
look. She was live at 5 last week.
Bro, yeah, she was, man.
For real.
I'm gonna call HR on her one day.
She
She
was
think
live
I'm
at
playing.
5.
Get to your point. So you going first. Go
I'm
ahead.
going first. So, the first gender bias that I think I wanted to talk about, and it's a really common one. And low key, I agree with it in some ways I don't. It's gonna be the statement that women make that all men are the same. This is something that.
All men
Wait
cheat.
your turn. Wait your turn. So, like I was saying, forcefully interrupted. It's something that I do honestly kind of believe in. All men are the same in the sense that all men want the same thing. I do believe that if you are not the right woman for that man, you will get that same treatment like any other woman. But the right man will change for the right woman. And if he's not changing, it's because he doesn't see a future or something prosperous from you. So he doesn't.
Or he just ain't shit.
That is
No,
possible.
No.
Yeah.
No.
There's no way you keep on running across a whole bunch of ain't shit.
I ain't
niggas.
saying they all ain't shit, but I'm saying that sometimes he just ain't shit. If he just ain't changed after woman after woman after woman, we have to get to a point and say, you know what?
I mean, he
ain't
just need to
about
find
No,
a
what it
woman
is
who
is
just-
that you say he ain't shit, but in reality, I know this is gonna hurt, but you ain't shit to him,
Whoa.
No, wow.
and that's why he's treating you in the manner that he
Or
does.
why?
Yeah.
So why are we so easily be able to throw it back on me?
Right.
Why can't
No.
we
Fix
just
the
say that
problem,
he just
which is
ain't
fine.
about anything?
No, I'm just saying that in reality, what he's doing is he's idly dating. So he's not dating with intent. Now, when he runs across that woman that makes him want to change, because as you know, as women, you can't change a man.
Correct.
He has to want to change.
Correct.
So it has to be a woman that possesses the qualities that makes him want to change.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
I'm not putting it back
But
on
he
the
has to
woman at
change.
all.
He has to want to change for
no,
himself.
but
But
It has
that
to- it
happens
can't-
when he meets that woman.
Exactly.
But why does it? Why does a woman have to be the catalyst of the change?
Yeah,
Why,
why-
can't he decide he just
wait,
wants
wait.
to change because
Huh.
that's just the
What
right
you-
thing for
what
him
you
to
mean?
do?
Because
Because your mama taught you better.
Okay, hold on.
Go
I
ahead,
got
Vaughn, go
this.
ahead.
So listen. So what if the woman that he with, maybe he is changing, but you have to see the change. You have to know what he was before to know the change. Because what he's doing, it might be change. You might not be like, oh, well, he ain't changing how I want him to change, but he looking at you like, hey, baby, I'm really changing. I'm better than I was before. You know what I'm saying? So why you can't look at it like that?
That's a possibility.
Oh, okay.
And I just
Yes.
want to make this win for Vaughn.
Write it down. Take a picture. It won't happen for a whole nother year.
Now I will say this because you made a good point. You said why does a woman have to be the catalyst for the change?
Yeah.
But in all reality, and I think most men will agree, 9 times out of 10, if we do anything, it's for a woman. Whether it's the way we dress, the way we smell, the car we drive, the money we make, because most guys don't need much. And if it wasn't for the fact that if I don't do this, I ain't gonna get no play. So women are the motivating factors behind 90% of the stuff that we do. That's reality.
It is reality.
I truly feel like I can encourage you, but again, it has to
You
go
have to
back to the
want it.
fact that it has to be in you
Yeah.
in the first place.
You have to want to do it.
And you know,
And it shouldn't take a woman. And it may take a woman, but it shouldn't have to take
I mean, it
a
might,
woman
It might take
to want to be better. Maybe you lost this woman that was, really, really great.
and you learn from it,
And
right?
you learn from it. But
yeah.
it should take you. You should want to do it for yourself. You can't just keep doing like the same stuff, over and over and expect
I mean,
it.
but sometimes
Everybody
men,
just deal
sometimes
with it.
men don't see that they need to change because so many people just deal with it, right? So if you deal with it, maybe it might take that one woman to put her foot down and be like, "Hey, man, I ain't putting up with that no more." And he be like, "Okay, good. I know she a good woman, so I'm gonna change."
boom.
Yeah, like,
Well, I'll definitely roll with
like-
you on
like-
that.
like
A lot of times we as women can enable men's bad behaviors
Very true.
Yeah.
just for the sake of saying, "Oh, I got a man."
Why you got to put
Right.
it back on the women, LaCrystal?
But no. I'm
No,
just
it's
saying.
not.
We are enablers.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was
So
trying to
that
go
was a
there.
good one.
Till a woman's fed up.
Yeah.
That
Then
was-
it's different.
That was okay.
A lot different.
Here we go. This wait and exhale shit. Go ahead.
Anyways,
So
What's
so
yours?
What's yours? Let's hear yours.
So my topic is about really like the women getting judged and the pressure if you're not having kids by a certain age or if you decide to not have kids, period. That's what mine is about. Like when it comes to being biased as men. It's always okay, for men to have kids and men, reproduce. That's just normal, right? But if you're hitting 30 and you have no kids, it's always like a different type of pressure. Something must be wrong with you. You
Yeah.
must be crazy. Women who don't have kids by a certain age are usually looked at as selfish. Like, she's selfish. Because women are producers. Like, we reproduce.
Yeah.
That's what we're supposed to do. Not everyone feels like, but society makes it seem like every woman wants to have kids and every woman should have kids. So it's always, a side eye if you do not want to have kids. And then you're going to be a high-risk pregnancy and, pressure, pressure, pressure. Hurry up. You're almost 35. Like, it's just all this pressure women receive. However, men do not receive the same pressure, like, when they have kids or don't have kids.
I can say, I don't know about you, Vaughn, but I know, like, I've heard a lot of mothers put pressure if they only have boys and they want grandkids. So I think that's the only place that a man will receive pressure.
Okay,
so
I see that.
that's the only place a man will receive pressure. But I do agree with what you're saying, and it is a double standard I don't believe in. I have a lot of friends who are past 25 who don't have kids, who are on the fence if they want them at all.
Right.
Because, and you said selfish as if it's a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with being selfish. There's nothing wrong with wanting all your money for yourself.
I agree.
It's bad if you have kids and then you selfish.
Right.
So knowing what you are and living accordingly, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Right.
I mean, I'm a little different. Only because I've dated chicks who were older and didn't have kids, and they were very selfish in the relationship. Period. Like they felt like
Were
it
they
was.
Leos?
But-
I'm just gonna ask that. Real quick.
they were all about themselves, and then when you ask them about kids, they would be like, "Well, no, it's just about me, my career right now. It's about me. It's about me. What I want to do. I want to travel. I want to do this. I want to do that." I'm like, well, you don't want to share none of that love with nobody.
Yeah.
Like it's different when you have a kid. Like you don't want to share that love with nobody, man. Like you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, and they be like, no,
right.
like no. I love my career. I love traveling. I love.
But they know themselves.
Because some people don't want the white picket fence. Some people want the high rise,
I agree.
downtown. Or some people want to pick up and leave when they want. And I will say, before we end all of this, stop asking people when they're having kids. Stop asking people when they're going to get married, simply because you have women out here and men who cannot just, lay down and get pregnant.
Yeah.
You have, all these complications that people go through on both sides. Stop, putting that pressure. Like, everyone doesn't have to be married, by 25 or having a kid by this age. Stop asking people when they're going to have kids. These days, it's much deeper-rooted issues genetically, and all kind of stuff. So always be considerate if y'all ask people why don't they have kids yet and why this and why that. Some people do take offense to it.
Yeah.
Well, I think in reference to like the kids and men against women thing, the way I look at it on the flip side. What I hear all the time is that when, for instance, like if a dude has 6 kids, his papa was a Rolling Stone. If a chick have 6 kids, she a scallywag, ain't got no hair in the bag. She a chicken.
Well.
I mean,
to her defense, she has been busting it open. If she got 6 kids, that's a fact.
Well,
She
wait,
got-
cause look, I dated one chick. She had 5, but they were all by one dude. She was married for 10 years.
right.
So I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
it's exceptions for that.
You're right. Papa Rolling Stone,
that's
but a
the
mama like
that's
that.
the that's the
Like, come
small
on.
little. She's the 1%.
And then that's what I'm saying. And then when she do have 2 or 3 kids, it's I don't know if I want to date her, and it's always a double standard. But we
Yeah.
got to deal with all 4 or 5 of his baby mamas.
Yeah, he got 6 kids, so no problem.
Yeah.
She got 6. Oh no, I'm good. Not
Yeah.
even 6. Usually it's after 2. She got 3. I'm good. I don't want
And
that.
then imagine-
baby daddy drama.
And
All that kind
then-
of stuff.
Well, it
Imagine
depends.
how
It
the
depends
woman-
if they're stair stepping. Like she got like a 1, 2, 3-year-old by 3 different baby daddies. I'm like,
But imagine how the woman with no kids dating somebody with all that going on feel about this. If she's been, like she don't have a kid, so she only has what you shown her. So she's dealing with the drama, all the extra stuff. Imagine like with somebody with no kids, like how they
but that should be
take in
that
all
should be
that.
right up your alley though.
I
because
mean-
if you meet a man who got kids,
Need a
Nah,
man that got
nah.
kids.
no, I said if you
Oh, I
meet a
thought you said
man
need. Like, what?
with kids,
Right.
then most likely he's not gonna want more kids, right? So that's why up your alley. I don't want no kids. So if I date him, then I know he ain't gonna put no pressure on me to have no kids. So we good, right?
No, but
No,
there's a
that
double
ain't-
side to that
no.
because
It's a double side.
so like me and my wife, for example, I have 2 children. She has none.
Mm-hmm.
So in that, it does change the dynamic of her life because if I have my kids, then we can't just up and hop on a cruise like that.
Right.
So it does at the same time change the dynamic of a woman who doesn't have kids.
Right.
So that's a lot more for her to think of at the same time when you've already grown accustomed to the life that you're living and now you have to change because someone else had kids.
And don't always assume because you have 5 or 6 that she does not want one. Like
Yeah.
you can't always,
Yeah,
assume that she not gonna
just
want
one though. It's like it's one. If
But
I
some
got
people-
5.
Wait, Wait.
I might can give you
Why
one
you have
more. I might can give you one more.
Cannot.
But y'all
We cannot assume like, hey, girl, I'm dried up and tied up.
Hey, I'm just saying,
Can't
baby.
do it.
Hey, we got a starting
Snip,
five
snip.
plus a bench player. That's all we need. We don't need no more. We got a starting five and a bench player.
That's why you
all
have
we
to ask
need.
these questions when you are dating.
You
But
have
I
to-
guarantee
Like, for
you,
real.
if you put a man and a woman, like they're both going on dates or whatever, I guarantee you that man is going to ask her how many kids she has quicker than the woman asking the man how many kids.
You think so? No, I think
I'm
women. No,
asking.
no. I think women ask more because
No.
they figure men are
Yeah.
out here just reproducing.
Reproducing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
So they gonna ask first.
You
they
think
gonna. I know so.
Because a woman is more worried about how a man handles his life and if he has drama. So I think a woman would ask first. If y'all disagree, let me know. But I'm pretty sure a woman would ask first.
So I think women probably would deal with a man like with kids before like maybe like a man with a woman with no kids. I don't know. I feel like it's odd both sides. Like once you hit a certain age, and like oh you don't have a child. Like what? Can't believe it. You know type thing.
True, it is like a unicorn if you
It's
find
kinda
somebody over 25 in Houston with no kids.
Yeah.
It's
It
like
is
what?
something in the water.
So what you got for us, Vaughn?
So to kind of piggyback off of that, right?
Piggyback.
So mine is how many partners is too many sex partners? Like basically, if a guy has a lot of sex partners, then he's like, yeah, he popping, right? But if a
Casanova.
woman has a lot of sex partners, like nah, shawty, you had a couple hot girl summers, huh? Yeah, like you know what I'm saying, like so. I mean, me personally, I don't want no woman who can like, especially if women are honest. Like, you know, women.
He about
Here
to
we
step
go.
in it.
Here we go.
'cause
That's
you-
in.
what,
You
what
about to
Drake?
step
What,
in
what Drake say?
We don't care about what Drake said.
What you about to say? girl?
Whatever, no, hold on. What he say? Whatever number she give you is time. What 3 or 4? That's usually how it go. Y'all women like how many? Oh, I only been with like 3 or 4 dudes my whole life. It's really like 15, 20. Like
Hey.
hey, I mean, you know, if a dude, like
You
if
said
a,
dang to 20?
yeah, that's a lot.
That's a
No,
lot.
I'm just saying.
Oh, no, what are you saying?
You know how you multiplied it. You know that's what I'm saying.
But what were you saying about
So
how
we're
you didn't
not
want a
doing that
woman that
question.
what?
Nah, okay,
Go
so
ahead.
I mean, like.
Yeah, Vaughn, expand on that.
I wouldn't want to be with a woman who has been with a whole lot of men, right?
That's a whole lot.
Okay,
Put the pressure on.
In my eyes, a whole lot is like 20 dudes is a lot of dudes for a female. In my eyes, I'm
For
not.
a
Wait,
female.
she
Did
well
you hear
into
that?
her, she gonna be well into her 30s.
Did you hear that? He said for a female.
Hold on, Chad said 30. 30, Chad, that's a lot. That's an ESPN special. 30.
All right.
God damn.
I'm gonna ask him how many of you had?
In my life?
Oh
Your
wow!
life. I mean, we talking about double standards.
No, no,
We
no,
might as
Well,
well
Tunde, if
put
you're
it
gonna
on-
ask a question,
No,
are
no.
you ready to answer that question?
I can answer that question. I'm married and she know everything.
Listen, so in my life, I don't know, but it's been a lot, right?
But you want to
Them-
accept
them
20?
What you wanna accept?
Them 20s was wild, but
But
like
you
I
wanna
said,
accept-
but like I said,
That's
if-
what make it a double
like,
standard.
Hold on, but if I know that this chick done been with like 10 of my partners, like I'm not rocking with it, bro.
Okay, that's
Like,
different. You
yeah,
said
Oh, that's
she meant
different.
in the
no,
circle.
That's
no,
a territory thing.
but I'm saying like. If you just know she's a hoe. She a go liver is what we used to call them. If she a
That's a
go
go
liver,
liver.
if she a go liver, like nah. don't know-
She been having hot girl summer since she was 15.
yeah, like who wants
Okay.
to gal up the go liver?
So
Like,
what's the issue?
So-
The
Dang.
number?
No love,
Hold
there's
on.
no
Is
love
it
for
the
no
number
love.
or is
Do
it the
you
circle?
realize how messed up what you just said was? You can't even really give us a number for yours right now. However,
Not important.
no, are you kidding me, Vaughn?
Oh my god!
You can't give us a number,
Uh-huh.
but more
Y'all-
than 25 is too much for her.
What did I just tell you in the beginning of this? If a dude is popping, you know he gonna have girls, right?
What
But
if she
a-
popping?
But,
Okay.
but she ain't supposed to be popping it. She can be popping, but she ain't
But
gotta be
if-
popping
Are
it.
you kidding
but
me?
You pop,
What
but
you
you,
mean?
but you popping them.
Vaughn does not speak
so-
for the other
I-
male
I-
of
no,
the
no,
show.
no. I'm not
But you
speaking. No, no,
popping
I'm
them,
speaking.
so
I'm speaking
somebody
for,
popping it,
I'm
like,
listening.
somebody gotta
I'm
take a-
speaking for
Vaughn,
Vaughn,
you
right?
out here in these Houston streets,
That's-
but you mad that she
listen.
had more than 20.
Listen,
Really?
just because I'm out here don't mean I want my gal out
Are
there.
you freaking kidding me?
Isn't this the point of the double standard, nigga? Like I don't want you out there.
I
if
guess,
I'm out
I guess
there.
that's why it's a double standard. topic.
Exactly.
Either way,
That's the purpose of the topic, right?
y'all so raggedy.
That's fine. That's fine.
I
You
can't
know?
co-sign
You,
on that one.
these men are.
So how do
you
you
men-
raggedy
you
in
men
real
are out
life.
of control. You men are out of control.
How do you feel about it?
Personally, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I don't believe in double standards.
Uh-huh.
I believe people go through seasons. We go through whole seasons. I've been divorced twice. No, I hit a couple whole seasons. So, I mean, who am I to judge somebody?
You
who
say
does
you
the
hit
same-
a couple whole seasons?
I hit a couple.
Yeah,
I've
I
been-
heard.
100.
No, here she
One
go.
hundred.
Here she go.
Oh, she missed.
But nonetheless, I don't believe in double standards. Honestly, I think it's a very childish way to think. No shade to Vaughn.
That was definitely Shade Devon.
Just
Continue.
a little bit, a little sunny in her
So
shade.
Ashley just made a good point. So the dude that's popping in the streets, who he smashing?
The girls who he don't want to be with once they hit past 20.
Because he number
Yeah,
24.
No, listen, no.
'Cause he's number
no. Because at that point, he doesn't care. Like I'm talking about, it's just as far as if she living her whole season, right? And I run across you in your whole season, but I know you in your whole season, then I'm gonna treat you as that. I'm
Right.
saying I don't want nobody I'm trying to settle with to be in a whole, like, to have a whole season. Like I don't.
So she had a whole.
I know it sounds crazy.
So she had a whole season
Like 2017, what 2015?
5 years ago, but she done found little baby Jesus now, and it's
Little
okay. it's not.
Listen.
Not
We're
the-
not gonna forgive her.
Listen.
We fall down.
Get out. No, for real.
No, I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. I don't. That's not what I want. Just like you might feel the same way. Like if he a hoe, I don't want to be with him, which is understandable. That's cool.
So what you saying is hoes
This
is
is
good
my
enough to
thing.
smash,
Oh.
but not good enough to date.
It depends on what time of the night I'm feeling. I mean,
And y'all don't
And
need
it's
to
strong in
be.
this.
Y'all,
what?
you know
y'all
what?
smashing
Here's the
these
crazy-
girls, and then they end up pregnant.
Boom.
And then boom, that's my baby
And then
mama.
he go
and
down
I don't
and-
for my baby
and-
mama, and we was never this, and we was never that.
My grandma warned
You
me
gotta
about
change.
guys
You
like
gotta
you
break
long
the
time
cycle.
ago.
What she tell you?
gotta
What
break
she
the
gonna
Told
cycle.
say?
me
What she
he'll
Break
say?
the
sit here
cycle.
and defile you and go marry Miss Polly Pure. You know? Yeah.
And be
Well-
bored.
And that's
So,
how y'all
so
end
let
up
me
in that.
tell you,
And
then
like
be
I got a lot
bored.
of homeboys like y'all, like you right here, like you,
Like
right?
me?
Watch that
Yeah.
And they sit on
Yeah,
on
watch
my
that finger.
couch and they talk to me about these girls that they engaged to, about and got married to or whatever. And
Yeah.
guess what? They done got married to these little Miss Polly Pures. I ain't talked about this before. They got married to these little Miss Polly Pures, but guess what? They still cheating
Yeah.
with Becky.
Okay, so me and
Okay.
you, we've had this
Yes.
discussion before,
Yes.
right? We have, right?
Yeah.
And I was victim to that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm good with that. Maybe it's just meant for me just to just try to hold that and just figure out who
you
I
wanna
want.
do.
Because maybe you can find somebody who still got that freak side to them, but they just ain't freaking with everybody. But you know,
She's
it's some
just
people.
better at keeping the truth from you. That's what it is.
I'm not saying that. No.
So, but
no,
see,
no, no.
and that's the thing. Y'all talk about y'all want somebody to be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But when she decides to be honest with you, then
Yeah.
you want to kick her out. But she's actually a good
Right.
catch.
And
Ain't
she'll
nobody-
own whatever.
The
ain't-
fact that she got
ain't-
the number
listen.
bigger than
Yeah.
25,
Hold
you
on.
don't want to deal with
Hold
her.
on, hold on. Ain't nobody saying that you
Period.
don't want to deal with the one. If the number is 25, I'm still gonna be like, if she a good girl. But if I just know that she just out here just doing whatever, cause I know some whatever type chicks, man, like that just do whatever. Like that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? And
But it is you. That's
No, no,
you.
no, no, no,
That's
no,
you.
no, no,
That's
no,
how
no,
you out
no,
here in
no.
these streets, though.
I'm not. Maybe in my 20s, but not anymore. Okay.
Okay.
I'll-
So we're not saying right now.
Uh, so-
but
so
wait,
we're saying-
you know,
we're
back-
saying
way
Wait,
back
wait.
in the day, you built up your number.
Let me ask you a
right?
question. Let me ask you a question. Back way back in the day.
yeah.
If you seen a dude and you knew he was like, yeah, man, oh that nigga there, he putting it down. And you got 10 girls telling you, man, girl, he putting it down. You might want to be like, well, shit, let me see what this nigga talking about, right?
Yeah.
But
But
would that be the dude that you would be like, okay, I'm gonna make him my man? Nah, you ain't gonna make him your man. You gonna see what he about because the other 10 girls done told you what he was about. But you ain't finna be like, I want him to be my boyfriend. Like hell no.
But so, like for instance, you're actually a genuinely good guy,
I
right?
am.
But way back, way back in the
So
day,
modest.
you was out here in these streets.
I was horrible.
Okay, so if I was to judge you based on that, not based on who you are,
Today.
then I would miss out on a good man.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I'm saying 10 years ago, I wasn't good. I was horrible.
We
I'm
talking
saying-
Okay,
about-
but we talking about the fact you didn't
talking
say,
about- but we
you-
talking about
but you
right
didn't
now?
say- but you didn't say that she couldn't have, the number back in the day.
Is it like your
And
credit? Do it
and
fall
she-
off after 7 years?
she-
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but when you check them whole facts, man, them whole facts gonna tell you what it is. They gonna tell you how many miles is on that thing. They gonna let you know all that, man.
all the whole facts not
I don't
even
know, y'all-
facts.
I
Let's
just
be
feel like
honest.
Crystal, let's go over to your
Yeah, your turn, man. God
Getting the heat in
damn.
there.
I'm sweating and
It's
shit.
gonna be even hotter. That's
Oh,
what's
Lord.
up.
That's why you should keep the fan on. Man.
We can't because it interferes with the. So, mine's is. I want Vaughn to sit up when I'm talking.
We're probably gonna fall out of stuff.
My question is that why is it that if pegging happens between a man and a woman, why is that considered a gay act?
I think you should define what
definition
pegging
of
is
what
because
pegging
I didn't
is.
know what it was. I had to get on Google.
Y'all can go
guys.
Google that real quick.
I had to. I did not know what that was.
Pegging, because we talked about this before, yesterday. Vaughn, they didn't want to talk about it, but I want to talk about it because I saw a post, right? Pegging is when a woman straps up and inserts herself into the man's anus. Is that
Anus.
Thank you.
Yes.
Not fucking happening, dog.
So if it's happening between a man and a woman, why is that considered a gay act? When we all know science says that a man's most sensitive area is in there. Why is that considered gay?
Tony, LaCrystal, this y'all shit. Man, listen.
You
Listen,
said
that
why is
shit-
it considered
This
gay?
about to be the
Listen.
shortest one.
That shit is gay. I don't give a damn.
Okay, wait.
Well, let
Just
the
interject,
listeners
just
see.
because I
Okay,
don't.
let me let y'all do y'all thing
No, we
No.
all gonna talk about
Okay.
it, but we can't
for a
say
little
it's
bit,
gay.
briefly.
Nah, okay, so this is my thing. And I'm just like I said, I don't believe in double standards. Not saying I endorse it, but I don't believe in double standards. For something to be gay, it has to be a same-sex
Yeah.
transaction.
Okay,
Agreed? By
Okay.
definition.
nah.
Here y'all go. With
That's
this.
what Webster
Here y'all,
says.
here y'all go. With this.
Dictionary says-
Dictionary.com says.
Homosexual
Yeah.
activity is when it's same sex, correct?
Nah. That's not how I feel, bro. Like, no, I feel like if you let a girl insert something up your anus, like you gay, bro. Like I understand you talking about the scientific and plus
I know.
and all that shit.
They want to bring up
Like,
Webster and what Wikipedia. We don't care about that. We ain't trying to hear that.
I'm
Oh, they want to hear facts.
gonna
Okay.
give you what the streets think. Well, my side of the
Right.
street think. I don't know what y'all side of the street. Y'all
Okay.
side of the street. But on my side of the street, my partner can't come tell me like, hey man, my girl put a strap on me last night. Like,
No.
bro, I'm be like, nigga, get the fuck up out of here,
No.
bro. Like, nah, hell
So
no.
so that negates his masculinity.
Absolutely.
And
Oh,
honestly,
it's with his woman.
no woman, but no.
Okay,
I mean,
hold
no
on, wait.
woman.
Let's,
No,
bring, it, let's,
wait,
bring,
wait,
let's
no.
bring it down just a little bit. Your man, y'all talking, and he say his woman tossed his salad.
Okay, so this is how I feel about the whole toss and salad
The whole
situation.
gooch
I
area.
think that's a little bit different than actually being penetrated. Like you're letting somebody penetrate you. Like so, when I think about that, I think of how gay men have sex. Right? That's how they have sex. Right? They
Right.
penetrate each other's anuses. Right? So why would you let your girl do it? I feel like if you let your girl do it, you'll let a nigga do it. I mean, that's how I feel.
Yeah. And honestly, like no guy should ever ask me to like do anything like that. Like
Man, what happened to honesty?
Yeah.
that is not.
Oh, it's too
no,
honest.
no, I can't. Like
So I told a friend of mine yesterday.
No.
I feel that's why we have. I feel that some of the quote unquote men who end up going to the other side wouldn't go to the other side if they were able to open up and be honest and to talk to their mate about, hey, this is something I would like to do. This is something I would like to experience with you. Okay, now because again, science says that your most sensitive area is in there. I want you to touch that for me.
Touch me on the inside.
Yeah. Touch me in that special place.
it's questionable or something. Like no, just no. Anything like don't ask me to do anything like weird like that. It's really the penetration thing that I don't.
And like my girl
agree with.
Phyllis just said, you know, you be surprised what dudes will ask you to do. I mean, I'm not gonna say that. I've heard stories that girls done told me about dudes, man.
Right.
And I mean, to each his own. I just feel like,
But he gay.
I mean,
Because my thing is, just because you let a woman do it doesn't
Okay,
mean a
so-
man. That doesn't mean you'll let a man do it.
okay,
Because that's like Ashley just said. That's like you saying if a woman, I like a woman to suck my penis, I'll let a man suck my penis.
Boom.
boom. Yeah, but no.
What you mean?
Because man, okay.
On what platform
I
are you
get it,
standing
I
on?
get
No, I understand what she's saying. I
I
get what
get
she's
it.
saying, but what I'm saying is, like, I don't think it should be. I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't know. I'm only just speaking for me.
So to me,
and I
Ashley, the
ain't
way
rocking
Ashley
with-
put it is the best way ever.
No, that was a good. She
Yeah.
gave that was a good
Right.
example, but nah, man.
But nah.
I'm not. My thing
This
is,
is
I'm
rebuttal,
not.
but nah.
Like Phyllis said, I'm not strapping on doing nothing. Like we just not about to do that.
Like,
Like,
that ain't your king.
it's not my thing.
But all right, hypothetically, he says that you like nah. He like okay. At that point, do you look at him differently?
I do.
Because he was honest and told you one of his desires?
Honest is fine, but like it's gonna make me wonder, what have you been doing before me? What do you really desire? Were you never
and y'all,
honest
but he's
before we got
opening
together?
up and telling you, right?
honest and transparent.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got a homegirl, right?
Okay.
This is a quick story. I got a homegirl. She said she was with a dude. They was dating for like months. She said he had got drunk one night and they were messing around, and she said she just tried something, so she put her finger in his butt, right? And then she put 2 fingers in his butt, and he started moaning. And she said after that, she never slept with him again because she felt like that was his true, like nigga, what you got going on?
But he probably had never felt that before.
My thing is,
so that your prostate, what is it, your prostate?
anything.
Prostate.
This is my thing.
Prostate is your spot.
My thing
That's
is
your spot.
anything past anything past like the gooch like type area, like anything the gooch area, like okay, I get the gooch, okay, I get that. It's very sensitive, okay, but the whole penetration thing, I just can't.
Can't do it.
Okay, the gooch area, I get it. Like it's very
have,
sensitive.
Because of that, you have not tapped into a whole nother level of experience.
It's a lot of shit I ain't tapped into. So I'm good with that. I ain't never tapped into crack either. But guess
maybe
what?
next lifetime. Look at that.
All right, man.
Okay, we'll move on. We'll move on.
Thank
to the next
God.
one. All right. We back to me again?
Yeah, back to you.
All right.
Somebody want to know how we call him?
Hey, y'all feel free to call in. If y'all want, y'all got any comments on anything that we brought up, feel free to call in. The number is 936-585-4627. All right, so the second gender bias that I'm going to bring up, it's a really common one again. A lot of people have spoke on it. And it has mixed reviews. And I think it's more so women will say they want this, but then when they experience it, they don't know how to handle it, and they look at their man differently, is when a man becomes vulnerable or emotional and, like, truly opens up. I feel like that's something a lot of women say they want. Then when a man actually does it, they're looking at him like he's weak or he's sensitive, and I don't feel like that's right. I feel like a lot of women, well, I would say more so, and you typically find this in the single mother homes, where they view their young men or their young boys and they try to over masculinate them. I don't know if I'm using that word right. But make them more masculine than they need to be, because in their mind they think this is what a man is, and he has to be hard. He has to play football. If your son don't play football, then he ain't shit. Like, that ain't right. And I feel like, men, we do have emotions. You know what I'm saying? We feel stuff. We just display it in different ways. And a lot of women can't understand that. Some women won't understand that. But it's just the fact of you have to allow a person to be open and honest and for you to receive that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's true.
Do you feel like you're an emotional person, Vaughn?
I'm not an emotional person at all. And it has nothing I grew up in a single mother household with nothing but women, right? But it's just like, I don't know, man. I just don't feel, man. Like, I don't get emotional about it. I can't tell you the last time I cried, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's nothing like directed, like that directly affected me from that. It's just how I am. Like, I don't really care about too much. Like, if me and you beefing, like, I don't care enough to give you enough energy to go back and forth with you. Like, I just don't care. Yeah. So if I'm in a relationship and you don't like something, like, I'm gonna be like, I don't care.
See, but I mean, I understand that because I think we've all.
So look, we got a caller. Hold on, we got a caller. We have a
Lex
caller
the
real
Queen.
quick.
Hello, it is Lex the Queen on the line.
Who is this?
Hey, Lexi.
Hi, I wanted to speak on the gender bias about the kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I kind of want to go a little off topic a little bit. Well, women that are like really pretty, I don't want to sound like, sound big conceited, but women that are like really pretty kind of get knocked out the box because they be like, oh, you too pretty. I know you ain't saying no to everybody. Like, you got options. Like, They can't trust a woman that look like she got options, so she get treated like, I'm just going to have fun with her, and then I'm going to go on and get with Ugly Sue and wife her.
Right, yes.
Nobody gonna take her. So I trust her because ain't nobody trying to take her.
Right.
And that's unfair because a really good woman who know how to take care of herself, can take care of her man, take care of her house, take care of her kids, do her thing, and be beautiful, kind of risk the chance of being able to get a husband because nah, you ain't saying no to everybody. If 1,000 niggas is hollering at you, you ain't telling 1,000 niggas no.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
why wouldn't I be?
Right.
You know?
I agree with you.
And that's one of the biased things. And then with the kids, like, a man can have a whole hit list,
Correct.
the United States long, you know, but
Hello.
a woman have a
My
past
co-host.
hit list. She wear it on her forehead, and automatically she damaged good. Like, oh, nah, you got these many kids, you got so many baby daddies, and not understanding
Facts.
people's upbringing, just like a man's upbringing will make him not shit. A woman's upbringing, if she don't have the right guidance, she's subject to not know a few things and accumulate a few kids.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's the reality of it.
That's facts.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, it is facts, but
But then they'll be like, oh, nah, hell nah. You got
That's Vaughn. That ain't me.
kids and-
Hey,
I don't
Vaughn.
want them problems, but don't even consider the fact that this woman probably ain't got no baby daddy issues. 9 times out of 10, if she got that many kids, some of them niggas probably ran off. She
Right.
probably taking care of them kids by herself.
Yeah.
But then a dude like, nah, she got too many kids for me. Nah, I'm just gonna fuck her and leave it at that.
Right.
But he don't tell her that that's what he's just doing. He don't tell her, oh, I'm just sleeping with you and keeping it pushing. He gonna tell her, oh, you so beautiful. I love being
Yeah.
with you. Oh, I'm having the best time with you. And all of a sudden, not answer no more.
Right.
Preach,
Oh,
girl.
to my boyfriend.
That is so true.
it's a cold world.
Because you'll
man.
see somebody like, or have somebody like all in your face, in a sense, and then you see him out with who he really with. And it's like, well, you should have been talking to me in the first place. I'm not even your speed. What's going on? Just saying. That has happened.
Well, thank you for calling in.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much,
What's her name?
Lexi.
Lexi.
Thank you, Lexi.
What she say? The queen of the. What she say? I don't know.
Lexi.
Nah, that's not what she. She had a
said
whole.
Lexi.
She had a whole
She
introduction.
had a whole
but
intro.
Since you couldn't remember,
Okay, fine, whatever. That's what I was saying.
that's why Vaughn ain't shit out there in the streets.
No. Let me get back to the emotion thing, man.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I grew up around a lot of love. Like my sisters love me to death. My mom loved me to death. And I'm just not a very loving person, man. And it's something that I really, really hate. Like I hate it because, like, even with my kids, I'm not very loving. Like I'm not a hugger. I'm not a tell you I love you. And like really, that's something I wish I could really work on. I try to work on it, but it's just in me, man. Like I can love you to death, man, and won't
Not
tell you I
say it,
love
yeah.
you. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
No, I understand that, but honestly, like one of the things that you'll find like that troubles most people like you is how you communicate in your relationships.
Right.
And like you said, like you can have an argument with somebody and you just like, man, it ain't worth it. Like in that sense, a simple conversation or a moment of vulnerability could have repaired whatever was damaged. And you know what I'm saying? You probably losing friends, girlfriends, and anything else in between because you're not willing to extend that energy towards and communicate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is something I view as very important because I consider myself a very communicative person and I believe in understanding.
Right.
And I think that's the only way that you progress in life.
Yeah.
I was just singing a song.
Siobhan said therapy. I think that's cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah, therapy.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, the
We ain't trying to diagnose you.
no,
Like that.
no, because you remember on the last show we had, I told I'm all about. I think people
Like
should go through therapy.
therapy.
Like,
Yeah, we were all about
It's
therapy.
always something deeper, right?
Right.
It's probably something deep in me too.
That you just don't know.
You
You never thought about. It could be
Yeah,
something
yeah.
you just never thought about. Be traumatic.
But on the flip side, we have to be careful with these emotional men because sometimes emotional men can use that as a tool
Yeah.
to get into your panties. Yeah, y'all don't.
No,
y'all don't.
hey,
think
I'm
you
here.
guys-
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm here. No, I'm
Okay,
here.
yeah.
I'm here.
So they will use. Oh, I'm just so emotional and cry me a river with the whole city. Hell yeah, daddy. You know. They do that. They do that.
No,
they do
they
that.
do.
You don't think none of your home, not you, of course, because you don't do stuff like that. None of your homeboys don't use being emotional
No, no.
as a tool.
I think some do, but that's like running game. Like I think at some point we're too old to be running game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just game to me. Like I do have some emotional friends though. Like some parties are very emotional, right? And sometimes being emotional can be a bad thing. Like you could be overly emotional.
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Honestly, if somebody's like overly emotional, I like a guy to be, in touch with who he is, his, his feelings if need be and stuff like that. But I honestly don't care for someone who is like too sensitive or too overly emotional. Because I feel like he could be in my bushes or stalking me or cutting my tires or something because people just crazy.
Do you think that negates his masculinity if he's too emotional?
No, I'm not going to say that. I just feel like everybody just wired different.
Some people feel like, oh, yeah, he
Some
acting
people
crazy
just wired
behind me.
different.
He really love me.
Hey, yeah, some
You
people
know
like
what I'm
that
saying?
toxic
They
behavior.
do. They
Yeah,
do.
girl, I got
They
that boy
do.
going crazy.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like, you even act like do some like for real crazy stuff to me. Like, we have an issue.
It's a rap, dog. It ain't nothing else
Like-
to talk about.
I'm talking about 119. Well, no, missed calls. I guess that's not bad.
No. No.
Okay, missed calls. Okay, I guess no harm. No,
Missed
but-
calls are crazy.
Yeah, they
I
are.
didn't been with somebody who a call to your phone go dead.
Yeah.
Have a whole conversation
Like, you
ain't-
with your
you-
voicemail.
with your voicemail.
Any-
Or
anything-
like, I'm like, man, why you call my phone 20, 30, 40, 50 times? So you ain't gonna talk to nobody else. I'm gonna call your phone so you ain't gonna be on the phone.
Yeah.
What? Like, who does
I
this?
feel like
man?
we have to be just very aware. Like, don't ignore the signs from the people that are too emotional,
Yeah.
or the ones that may pop up. They could be outside your job, outside your apartment,
True.
and stuff like that. I'm really big about people not coming to my household. If I don't like take you serious,
Yeah.
you cannot come to my house. We can meet wherever, happy hour, do whatever. You just can't come to my house. Like, you can't, because people are crazy.
Is it crazy that I have a thing that I used to always say, like I don't want you to love me that much. Like, I don't want you to love me that much. To
No,
where
and
you
I
do
know,
stuff
and you
like
know what? That's
that.
something
Like,
that I abide by in any relationship that I do join myself in. I was like, you always have to love yourself more than you love me.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
Facts.
I've had women who honestly loved me too much, but it wasn't love. It honestly was just attachment because they didn't have much for themselves.
Attachment.
So
Yeah.
they just invested everything they had in me. And
Yeah.
that is a suffocating feeling.
Attachment, wow.
Yeah.
That's
Attachment
real.
is really dangerous.
Because I think that happens a lot of times when their dependency of their happiness is upon you.
I tell my wife, I don't want to be the reason you're happy.
Yeah.
I
An,
don't.
an attachment gets people
If
stuck
you can't
in a lot
make
of
yourself
situations.
happy, I can't be with you.
Because when you happy,
Right.
I'm happy, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So I'm cool with you being in touch with.
So what's your next one?
So my next one is about how women get the pressure to some women, but let's talk society and Instagram models and
Okay.
social media.
Right.
A lot of women have the pressure to want to lose weight or to all of a sudden want to start working out or maybe be live a healthy lifestyle type thing. But on the flip side, we're honoring, as you said the other day,
Yeah.
the Rick Rosses and
Yeah.
the larger gentlemen.
Rick Ross
But-
is skinny now, but go ahead.
You get what
The
you're
real
trying
Rick
to say.
Ross.
I know
Yeah.
what she's saying.
But on the flip side, it's okay for a man to
Yeah, we love them teddy bears.
to be a teddy bear, be built like this,
Yeah.
and, warm during the wintertime, all that. But a woman has that pressure. She's just had kids. She has had kids with an S. And we have that pressure to be in shape. You have women editing photos and
Yeah.
just going to the next. They're not eating. They don't even like going to the gym, and they going to the gym. Like, they're trying so hard to fit in as society. But even outside of that, women getting mommy makeovers. There's a lot of things that
Yeah.
people don't realize that women deal with. The mommy makeovers, the boobs not the same,
Yeah.
stomach not the same. She got stretch marks now. So women have that different this pressure to have that small waist and this and that. And then you have some women who they're fine, they're happy with themselves.
Agreed.
But society wise, the pressure is huge. So that's a double standard.
All right, so I do believe in everything that you're saying. It is a societal pressure, but I think before anything else, it's gonna come down to self-validation.
Right.
Not to, and I want to be very careful on what I say. I don't want to say that they are weaker people, but it's just something when you feel the need to impress or to look a certain way because of how everyone else is looking or how I honestly feel like you need to look inside yourself.
Right.
And if you want to go to the gym, do it because you want to,
Right.
not because someone, pointed out your love handles or something like that. I'm a little chubby, but I still get play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
But
I
that
know
goes
plenty
back
of
to what
fluffy
she's
girls.
saying, though. I mean, so I get what you're saying. It goes back to what we're saying. Change because you want to.
Right.
But what she's saying is the society standards, man, it's okay. We oh yeah, teddy bear central, give me that
Right.
big boy, what's up? But as a whole, mostly, there's a certain dynamic in reference to society that, women should look a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
I
The
agree.
pressure.
And, yeah.
I mean, I've been with the finest, and I've been with the skinniest, and I've been with some chubby. Like, it don't matter as long as you a good person
And don't get no kids.
Listen, nah, but look,
And they
but,
have more than 25
and
partners.
they got 3 sectional partners.
Yeah.
Sorry.
y'all niggas. Okay, anyway, like I'm saying, like it don't matter how you look. If you a messed up person, I don't care how you look. You know what I'm saying? You can go get booed, and nowadays everybody got the same body shape anyway. They get everybody going to the same doctors.
Miami.
They getting the same work done. They all fake
It's a
butts,
shame.
fake. I mean, it is what now you go out. It ain't even no like you can't even meet a chick and be like, dang, she fine because everybody in the club fine. So then it's like damn, like what?
Oversaturated.
Yeah, it's like you not even sticking.
Oversaturated
Look,
the
you not even sticking out no more. Now girls arguing about
Right.
well, mine real.
Right.
Like, it don't matter. They fine just like you fine.
Right. And then-
Because your ass real and theirs is fake, it don't matter.
Right.
I mean,
And Lexi said some people try to gain weight too, which is
Yeah.
true. You
True.
have those more slim
that's
girls
me,
who
man.
try
I
to
be
gain weight.
trying to gain weight, man. I be
But
trying
then back to
You
what
need to go
you
to the gym, bro. We
said.
can get on the
Right.
bench, bro. I got
Back
you.
to what Vaughn said. You have the guys that handicap these girls because of how they look. That's why you see them everywhere. Like they're adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
You know, because of how they look. Even if it is fresh off the table, and look hard as a rock, it doesn't matter. Like the
Yeah.
guys are paying their bills. They're not working. They're buying bags. They're doing this.
True.
And everybody got they one homegirl. She on. She up in that condo. She taking trips for free. She not working.
Yeah.
And then her one homegirl got an honest 8 to 5 or a job in general.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the pressure of society. Like dang, like she on. She in
True.
Dubai this week, in Costa Rica this week. Like it's just the pressure of society, and the men. Not that it's y'all fault, but the men are condoning it or enabling a lot of women.
Yeah.
And hyping
So
it up. Yeah.
y'all hyping it all the way up.
No, I mean I get that, but I mean I think it runs deeper than that because even when you talk about as a photographer, I see this a lot. But societal, of course, like light-skinned women,
Right.
they've always been deemed
Did
prettier or more.
You like?
I mean,
He gonna point at me when he said that. Like low key. Like hold on.
I'm just saying. So and that I mean the thing about society is, in my view, it's always been messed up.
Right.
Society's view of beauty has always been messed up. And you know what was funny? I read this one article a couple years ago where they pulled I think it was 100 people,
Right.
and they asked who was the most beautiful person they know, and most people said their grandmother.
Wow.
And it's because beauty is honestly something that comes from the inside and radiates out.
Yeah.
Right.
And more people need to subscribe to that theory.
Right. That's why
true.
I do appreciate the Lizzos that are out now.
Yeah, baby.
I
she's
really
tearing
love
it
her.
up.
'Cause she's just letting you know, like, no matter what size you are, like what color you are, doesn't matter. Like, love yourself, be yourself, be you,
Yeah.
100%. So I'm glad we have people like that in the forefront.
But then you
Now-
have the naysayers that get in the comments and you say, well, you guys are glorifying being unhealthy.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Like, damn if you don't, damn if you
Correct.
do.
I
Exactly.
mean, listen, man.
Damn if you don't, damn if you do, basically.
Skinny people get sick too. It don't matter. just cause you skinny don't mean you eating good.
You right.
You eating all the right stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
We got time for one more, Vaughn. What's yours?
All right. So mine is I don't understand how mothers can say that fathers are deadbeats and they can put them on child support,
Oh, God.
but you can also have deadbeat ass mothers that can still run around and collect child support and they don't have to give up their kids. Like I'm very strong on that. That every mother that has their child don't mean they're a good mother, man.
Agreed.
No, I agree I'll roll with you on that.
So then why is the system built to where it's always on the woman's side? It don't matter. Like you damn.
You have to prove.
The,
you have to prove
the
without
woman.
a shadow of a doubt
Listen, the
that she's
woman.
just a
The
regular
man.
ass
Listen.
chick.
I
Yeah.
have two sisters that work for the government. They work for Child Protector, and you down there have to be at the pits of hell for them to take your kids from you, man.
Yeah.
Like for real, man. This is just serious. Like a man could really be doing what he's supposed to do, and all the woman got to do is go to the judge and say he ain't doing nothing, and they gonna take her side. They don't care what's going on. You can bring in receipts. They don't care.
Yeah.
And I just think I don't know. I just think it's just crazy because you have some chicks who don't never have their kids, always out like when you see their kids, they dirty, they nasty.
Yeah.
Like it's just.
I ain't gonna debate you on that one.
Yeah.
I can't debate on that one
Yeah.
either.
Also, y'all agree with me.
We
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah, it's some
it's some
trifling
deadbeat
mamas out
moms
here,
out here.
but the system is definitely built
To favor.
to favor
yeah.
the moms.
It
I agree.
definitely
regardless.
is.
I agree.
You have to be able to like darn and prove that she's on the crack rock. You know,
like you
with
gotta
the
you gotta get a
roaches.
picture of her coming out the house.
Yeah.
At the crack house.
With the needle.
Yeah.
With the needle. They gotta
You
get
know, carrying the baby. Carrying the baby.
You gotta
Yeah.
be like you gotta get a photographer. Like you gotta hire a spy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Like,
crazy,
for real.
man. It's crazy, and I don't know. I think it's just the system is just jacked up when it comes to that, and then it goes to like the whole what's the baby that died, the Malia.
Oh my
You know what I'm saying? So it
god.
goes back to that. Like they knew the mama was unfit, right? And but
Right.
it had to come to the baby dying to
Yeah.
make
But
everybody
then to
want to be like,
realize,
oh, why they didn't take the baby from? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
And
y'all
they
knew
had
this
took
way.
him. They had took the baby from her
And gave it back to
and
her.
gave it back to her.
that's
Right.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
In spite of
crazy,
all the
crazy.
situations that were going on, you know. But yeah, I ain't gonna argue with you on that one. Good job. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm not gonna do mine because we run out of time. And it was gonna be something that was gonna make Vaughn cringe up anyway. We'll save it for another day.
Thank God.
put it all on mine.
Because
God.
both of mine were sexual, so we'll say that one for another day because we're about to run out of time.
Not.
We're going. We're also going to save our big gulp letter for next week. I did get it in. It's a very long one. It's a very interesting one, so we don't have to wait. Get one for next week. We'll save this one for this one because I definitely want us to have a full 15, 20 minutes to talk about this one. So let's go ahead and move on to the sip of the week
Hi y'all.
because it's
So-
time for us to go and talk
Right.
about what we're doing
Right.
this weekend.
So the sip of the week.
We've been sipping on it all
We've been
show.
sipping on
If
it.
y'all want to know what we've been sipping on,
So, guys, this is Gloria's Strawberry Margarita. You can find it at HEB. The price point is
Kroger,
about
Kroger's too.
Kroger's too.
Kroger's,
Walmart.
Walmart, Walmart.
My loyalty to HEB. I just had to shout them out, but thank
Here,
y'all guys.
everything's better.
You can find these at those places. So the price point is like $12.99, and the whatever. Oh, 13.9
Hey
alcohol.
man, let me tell y'all something about this right here.
I
man.
got one right after you.
If
It
y'all,
is-
if it's Sunday and y'all ain't got no alcohol
Yeah,
to
that was
drink,
my
This
hey,
is
listen,
the
bro.
go-to.
Dog, this will get you wherever you need to be.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
They're the
Trust
buzz
me.
balls.
Hey, oh,
No, y'all, this is the bomb. For
Yeah.
real. Like
So,
no.
Sneak
so
up on
listen,
you.
I had an impromptu party one Sunday on
what
the,
day?
on the
time.
roof. Shut up.
okay.
So what we not going to do because he be at all of them mostly.
Hey,
So
all the time. She just has something. Oh, it's
anyway,
Thursday.
so
That's just-
anyways, I had a little impromptu thing at the house on the roof, and it was Sunday, right? And I was like, okay, well, I need to go and get something, you know, because I didn't want to go across the town to go to the liquor store that's open on Sunday, and so
in the hood.
yeah.
That one.
And so I picked up a couple of these. This is like different flavors. When I tell you the roof was lit, okay?
Yes.
Like we had like Patron up in there. So y'all don't skip on that. Don't think, don't get it twisted.
Y'all don't
This can get the
sleep.
party started. So
Get it
let me go ahead and
poppin'.
get my cup 'cause I-
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
Pull out these cups.
So what y'all doing this weekend? What you got going on this weekend, Tunda?
I'm actually not doing anything. I'm being born again. I'm sorry. Hold up,
Heck.
wait. Yeah, I'm being born. I'm being born.
Okay.
It's another born weekend for me. I'm
Well,
a
me and my
family
girls
man.
got invited to the Kappa cruise that's happening on Saturday. I was given 4 passes to that, and so me and my girls gonna head out to Galveston on Saturday.
Which girls?
Amber and Misha.
Oh, Amber coming? I'm coming.
You're not invited.
Amber,
now.
Amber
Y'all
and
aren't
Misha.
allowed.
I'm
What?
invited.
You can come. I have an extra ticket.
Wait,
No.
I'm invited.
Wait.
sis. I'm invited. Okay.
So, anyways, we're gonna head out to the Kappa
Let me
cruise.
call
It's gonna be
Amber.
real nice. It's gonna have open premium bar, buffet, and it's gonna be on the water for like 2 hours, and they're gonna take the after party over to like Moody Gardens. So yeah,
Oh, that sounds
That's
like
pretty
a
dope.
good
That's pretty
time.
dope.
I'm excited.
What you got going on?
I'm gonna be helping my mother prepare for her wedding. She's renewing her vows at the end of the month.
Yo.
So we down to the
That's
last
dope.
2 weeks. So y'all, she got me in her hand, wanting all this last minute stuff, but we gonna get through. That's
what's
what I'm
up.
doing. And I'm gonna sneak some time in for a few drinks and socialize.
Boom.
So,
Oh man, what am I doing? Tomorrow night I'm going to the U of H game at NRG. Me and my boys, we got some tickets, and that's pretty much. Oh, and my little nephew having a birthday little gathering Sunday.
stay at a birthday.
Yeah, man, it's like that time
Yeah,
of the
I can't
year.
talk.
It's like everybody's birthday is like boom, boom,
No,
boom,
for real.
boom, like back to
I
back to
gotta
back to
see.
back.
I ain't
to
gonna
back.
lie, I stay at a birthday.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it's. I appreciate y'all tuning in this week. This was a very. I'm hot, man. It's a hot
Yeah.
show. I'm hot and burning up. So,
It's because I'm sitting.
yeah,
So
okay.
go ahead and take us out, Vaughn.
All right, y'all. This is our favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 shots.
No
No
chasers.
chasers. See
You
y'all
guys
next
have a
week.
great week.
Adios,
Bye,
amigos.
guys.